I sing and I write. I blend among others by day, and I dream big by night. But saying, you can't be autistic, dismisses the climb, the countless sessions, the tears, and the time. You mean to praise, but your words can sting, especially when they erase my suffering.
It's about having balance. It's not about having it autistic people against neurotypical people. Anyone can relate to the feeling of being an outcast and feeling like they don't belong, not having a place in the world. My name is Isaac, and my pronouns are he, him.
Hi, my name is Javianeese Johnson. My pronouns are she, her, and I am a Ramapo College music major.
I was raised in a very neurotypical setting. And then eventually when I was around 3 years old, my parents started to notice that something was up with me naturally. And then eventually I was diagnosed with autism, and rather than going to a public school like the rest of my friends from home did, I wound up going to a school specifically built for autistic people. I'd like to say that I kind of had two upbringings in a way, was because I, in some ways, knew the politics, started to get to understand the politics of both the neurodivergent setting and the neurotypical setting.
I was diagnosed at 15 months old, and I was nonverbal. It was like I totally regressed after my first birthday. And I have many autistic relatives in my family, so they were very supportive, and it wasn't something totally new for them. It was something that they have grown to welcome. My family was a big contributor in the person that I am today through getting those specialized services, in-home therapy, special needs schools like the Graham family of schools, and going from school to school to help me learn academically and neurologically just improve as a person. For a bit, I would do a lot of musical theater within the school, and then I branched out more. I went to open mics, and I just sang for a bit, and then I was inspired by all the amazing poets I saw. So then I decided, hey, I want to be an autism advocate. And that just really gave me the courage, along with other things, trials and tribulations that I just went through across my life. Bullying, feeling out of place because of my autism. It encouraged me to speak out, to create my podcast, to put myself out there in pageants, create my own platform.
I think what made me decide to become an activist, to do what I want to do when it comes to being autistic and why I am the way I am, I think it's more so of the way I was kind of treated, where I saw the labels that were used to described to the general population of autistic people, whether it be disabled or differently wired or different ability, any of those things.
With my voice or AAC, I am who I'm meant to be.
I went to New Brunswick, New Jersey for the National American Miss State pageant for Miss New Jersey. And I did win a lot of things from the optional contests. I won Best Resume. I won Miss Spirit. I was a part of the optional talent court. And I won spokesmodel for my state within that age category division. So I really thought about so many other things, and I thought, as an autistic individual, it could be really powerful for me to be doing this, to inspire other neurodivergent women, and the pageant does mean a lot for me to be a representation for others, and I love doing community service, because National American Miss is a very community service-based kind of pageant. It's not just a beauty pageant where you put on your pretty heels, you do your makeup and your hair, and that's it. It's so much more meaningful than that. You grow a lot of confidence. It helped a lot with me building my confidence when I'm being interviewed like I am now, and so many other great things just as a woman, and it really prepares you for the real world and being the best woman you could be, being the best you could be.
Hey everyone, it's Javianeese Johnson, your Miss Union City, and I just finished my formal wear, and as you can see, I'm wearing headphones. This is what I use to regulate because I needed to regulate after a long time of waiting, since I'm at the U, so we were pretty far back. But Now I get to relax, and I hope you all do too. Make sure you're thankful for all that this has brought you.
So initially, Cohen was the one who had this idea, my roommate, who had this idea of wanting to create an organization that would essentially help liberate people, fight for human rights through art. I do remember my roommate saying that our key to fighting back lies within us, and it lies within our art and our creativity.
People make paintings about things that are going on in life. Me doing poetry also speaks about things that happen with autistic individuals all the time. I am the founder of Miss Brilliance Universe, which is a virtual pageant that highlights neurodiverse girlies. I'm also the host of a podcast called Hidden Brilliance, which unveils the hidden brilliance of neurodivergent individuals. I created a coloring book for neurodivergent children. It's called 100 Affirmations for the Neurotastic. There's a bunch of positive affirmations in there to make neurodivergent people feel included.
And I told him, what if we came up with some sort of group or whatever, and what if we called it the Creators Guild of Liberation? And Colin said to me, sounds fucking fire. We would go across the world liberating people through creative arts. I have been drumming for, as far as I can remember, almost my whole life, so since I was like 3. I do see it as a way that I, in a lot of ways, express myself with. Many people think that I would have stage fright, but I remember having my first gig, and I felt like I was on top of the world.
I just want you to know, I am bruised, and I may have scars, but I will always advocate for my neurodiverse stars, because the world is not only yours, it is also ours.
I always kind of wanted to do poetry when I was younger, but I was really shy, and then I saw other people do it, and then that kind of inspired me and made me think, if they could do it, I could do this too, and in my own unique way, and make it impactful, and have the poetry be really meaningful to people like me and my community and other people. And I feel it as a really awesome, expressive way to do it, to advocate, to express yourself and to advocate through art. Like Whitney, I too believe that children are our future, but do we really teach them well? At the end of the day, not all children get to lead the way. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone who fulfilled my needs. A lonely place to be, and so I learned to depend on me. So many people, after I would perform, other performers, they would come up to me and they would be like, we're so inspired, you're so amazing, keep doing what you're doing. I finished performing at an open mic, I did an autism advocacy poem, and I sang a really powerful song, Belty, and she came up to me and she was like, oh my God, you inspired me so much, I might just go into special needs education.
Not just autistic people, but like anyone of any sort of group can live happily and freely together in a way. Confuse your enemies, weaponize the autism. And that could mean many things, like your autism manifests in many different ways. Maybe it's through your arts, maybe it's through your stims, maybe it's through the way you physically fight. It can be a number of things.
Have an open mind, because not everyone with autism has the same needs or has the same characteristics that a lot of people associate for people to autism to have. It could be the one extreme of nonverbal, aggressive, extreme stimming, and then the other kind where we're perceived as antisocial but highly intelligent. And we are more diverse than that, a lot more diverse than that. And if you meet one person with autism, then that just really means you met one person with autism.